In the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities, for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open a door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men.
What's going on? It's your boy Marcus Q with the Map Social Presents, the Dirty Laundry Podcast. You know what it is. We wrapping up South by Southwest. I can't tell you how much me and my boy AV has missed the studio. We was out there pounding the pavement, doing our thing. We want to say shout out to everybody who collaborated with us. Special thanks to a lot of people who did their thing, came through, did interviews. Legend already made. We salute you. We actually did a video on you before getting to meet you and got the opportunity to interview you live and uncut. You know what it is. Shout out to Superwoman Records. Shout out to my fam, everybody that came out and support. Shout out to Matthew for coming to do his thing on the tech side and helping out the Map Social. And very, 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 very big thanks to Crazy Conchess for helping us host our events right there on Rainy Historic Street. But anyway, it's back to business as usual. I'm in here solo dolo in the studio. My boy AV couldn't be here right now. He's out there taking care of business, making connections, doing his thing, helping us build and helping us grow. That other half of the Map Social, I would not be able to do it without him. Can't wait to get back to making y'all laugh and spreading that love and positivity. Anyways, as you can see, today's topic of the video, we have been living in the death of the male, American masculinity, the male masculinity in the American male. There was a video Anthony Mackey put out. Shout out to him and all his success. That man has been in acting over easily a few decades, and he's now Captain America, you know, first black Captain America. He played Tupac in a biopic. I'm naming things that I remember him from. Had some very controversial roles on Netflix, on Black Mirror, but that's neither here nor there. He's just doing his thing. So salute to him and his family and to all his success. But there's a video where he talks about we've been living in the death of the American male for quite some time. And it's crazy because I absolutely can resonate with that, and I agree with that. You will never hear anybody walking around saying toxic femininity. You won't hear that term. You'll hear toxic masculinity, almost like as if it's wrong to be masculine. The way we are, the way we are wired, the way we are born, it triggers people for us to be men. And you see a lot of what used to be great men, great role models and great peers becoming more soft and feminine. Great example of that is Dwayne Wade, Miami Heat, retired basketball player, NBA champion. You know, the fingernail polish, the just getting more and more femme in his ways. And there's nothing wrong with 50-50. There's nothing wrong with supporting your woman, but there's a disconnect here. And I don't understand how a lot of people cannot see this. And I think we're getting lost in a lot of buzz terms at this point, where I hope people see this video and understand that men need love too. Men need to be comfortable in their own skin. Men need to be able to keep that identity as being masculine and not criticized and ridiculed for just simply being a man, having a voice. It's almost as if we're afraid to approach women or have those interactions because of shit like Me Too and hiding behind, you know, what used to be traditional roles, gender roles, and just the whole identity is just intertwined and fucked up at this point. That's my opinion. You ain't gotta like it, you ain't gotta love it, you ain't gotta fuck with it. That's my opinion. And I say that to say this. As men, we do have accountability to hold our masculinity to a standard. You know, that doesn't mean just, you know, throw your masculinity around and I control this, I'm in charge of this. You need to walk with a purpose. You need to have a purpose. You know, it's God. family, your wife, your children. There's an order to this. You need to make sure your mental is good. You need to make sure your health is good. If you walking around claiming to be a man and you're not handling your business, then I'm most certainly talking to you. Get your shit together before you do all of that pushback and I'm not gonna tolerate and I'm a man and I'm this and I'm machismo or whatever they want to call it, right? You want to make sure you have your house in order. Like I said, have your mental in order, handling your business, your finances in order, all of that good stuff. But ladies, contrary to what you guys were told or what you all were told is that we do want love, we do want whole homes, we do want families. It has become a tug of war, and biologically we have gotten lost as to where we need to be. I have 3 sons, and I will always tell them, and this may sound self-absorbed, but it's God and then you come first after that. Because if you are not whole, you cannot pour into your wife, you cannot pour into your family, you cannot pour into your children. Don't let nobody tell you different, is what I would tell them and what I do tell them. And I'm saying all that to say, it's almost like I see men gravitating more towards being ashamed of being masculine, so they're stepping into feminine traits, when necessarily that makes men depressed and don't make them happy. And women are taking on masculinity traits when that necessarily, cool, you got an identity, you got a job, you have a purpose, but in the end, doesn't necessarily make you happy when you're holding all that burden and baggage. You will hear a lot of successful women say and begin to talk about their success and where they are. And this is CEOs, high-level status women, where they'll say they would trade it all in for a family or children, and now they don't have that because the window has closed. Now, if you don't want kids, that's perfectly fine. But I do believe we need to come together and understand it's okay for a man to be masculine. That's what we're here to do. We're here to be masculine. It's not toxic. We're here to be protective of you. It's not controlling. We're here to provide for you. It's not to tell you what to do. We have an innate nature to want to do that, okay? Naturally, women want to be protected and provided for, okay? Like, it doesn't mean that someone wants to control you or not let you have an identity. Now, is there toxic relationships out there? Is there controlling relationships out there? Absolutely, yes, there is. But we have gotten so lost behind these buzz terms like narcissism, gaslighting, toxic masculinity. It's a bait and switch. And I'm telling y'all, they're doing that to turn us against each other. And look how far it's gotten us. We're lost. It's a lot of people out here claiming to have a purpose and be about something just because of what they view. You are responsible for what you view, the content you consume, and what you do with that. But don't get it twisted. Everyone has a purpose here, and it starts with man and woman, okay? I don't have to get into all the extra stuff and all the gender roles and what you identify as. I'm talking to men who claim to be men and women who want to be women. It is okay for you to step into that. How is it a bad look in not having an identity to have a good house and home and be a homemaker and a great wife? That responsibility within itself is hard to even walk through life and do. Men cannot do that. How is it a bad look to want to be able to financially provide, take a big chunk of the responsibility and financial hold of the family as a man if you're able to or want to be in that position? How is that controlling, okay? You have to trust and have faith that this is what we're here to do. But what Anthony Mackey is talking about is just, I don't think we're paying attention. It's become this huge argument with no solutions. It's become this huge tug of war with no moving forward. Just because you have movement doesn't mean you're making progress. We got all this movement and all these debates, but nothing's actually happening. We're not seeing change. We're just digging a hole deeper and deeper and deeper, and now it's become one huge argument. One that we really don't need to have. We know in our hearts of hearts and our deepest of deepest feelings who we want to be. and what's right and what's wrong. And biologically, men want to be men. They want to be masculine. There's a way you can walk in faith and carry that and hold that and be a good person. If you meet a good man out there, ladies, and he's masculine and he's protective and he wants to provide for you, you better hold on to him. He ain't trying to control you. And he leads with love. You can lead with love, and it has an essence, a strong essence, a presence of consistent masculinity. That's just who we are. It's not toxic. Men the same. Women come along, they want to be loving and caring, provide for you. They want children from you. That's normal. They're not trying to trap you. They're not trying to set you up. They're supposed to want that. They're supposed to want finances. They're supposed to want protection. They're supposed to want shelter. They're supposed to want to procreate with you when you lead with that masculinity. So while y'all out here turning into robots and gonna end up in the Tesla factory, y'all need to think about what I'm saying. There is no such thing as toxic masculinity. It's another buzz term that we have made up for ending up with the wrong people. There's good people, there's bad people, but there's no toxic masculinity. I want to know y'all thoughts, what y'all think about this, what Anthony Mackey said. I hope I was able to put my opinion out there and articulate myself to the best of my abilities. We got some great things coming on the way. We look forward to it. You know what it is. It's the Map Social Presents, the Dirty Laundry Podcast. Want to see more videos like this last one?
Hey, just like, share, and comment. That's what you were doing, right? He said it.
I didn't think it was going to be so short. You gave me that thing.
You stopped
All
too
right,
quick. Yeah, I'm ready for you. Ready to go? You want me to go first?
No.
So go.
There you go. I did your record. Want to see more content like the last one?
Make sure you like, share, and comment.
You go first. Because I don't like the way you said it.
All right, cool. Ready?
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? This your boy AV here at the Map Social. You want to see more content like this? Like, share. What? Tell me what words to say.
Like, share, and subscribe.
This is Texas. You banging screws, staying true. I'm still Texas, yeah.
Steady tipping, steady flipping on the grind.
I'm still Texas, yeah, yeah.